Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Shaky and We're back with another video. This time it is BTS Idol explained by a Korean, and it is made by DKDKTV. And you know, every time there's an explanation of some sort, this channel is always recommended, so I can tell that their quality, like the quality of their translations and their videos are high. So we're gonna check this out, and in the same video I'm also going to be looking at xCeleste's explanation of this video. It's more recent, and you know, it said solved, so you know, we'll check both out just, you know, to make sure that we get these guys and we get the perspective of someone that's been deeply inside of you know, the BTS universe. So yeah, let's check this out, and I hope you're all doing fine. We're creeping up on 5,000 somehow, but you know, thank you.
BTS's new MV Idol is making everybody go nuts. So much things are going around, and of course there are already a lot of attempts to decipher it or link it to previous theories. But rather than going into theories and unverified speculations, in today's video I will try to stay even more true to the MV and the lyrics itself. There will be mainly two parts. First, the lyric and MV dissection, and second, the Korean cultural references. So without further ado, let's go into the MV and lyric dissection.
Can't call me artist, can't call me idol.
Artist, idol, I don't care. RM is saying that he doesn't give a shit about what people call him by anymore. But one thing to notice is, when he's saying 아니면 또 다른 뭐라 해도, he comically dances to Psy's new face choreography. So apparently he doesn't care how many new faces he has. In the latter part of the MV, look at what the choreography looks like. You saw it, right? But let's try to chop this lyric into a different way again. Let's stop the lyrics.
I did not catch that. I don't think I had any way of doing that, because when it comes to Psy, it's been like years, to be honest, since I, you know, heard anything from him, and I have not seen that.
At I don't, without the care. Not only does it sound exactly like idol, connecting it with the second line that comes before it, it becomes like this. So if you try to chop the lyrics in that way, it would have the meaning of, whatever you choose to call me, aren't you going to call me an idol again? This is called a 답정너 situation in Korean, which means you've already set your own answer inside your head anyways. So as you might know, in Korea, hip-hop artists or singers that are in idol groups are not taken seriously, and they're actually looked down upon. While RM said that he doesn't care about what other people call him anymore, at the same time he's trying to criticize these people that call them this and that, or maybe labeling them as idols.
Now that is some intricate wordplay there. I like it. I like it a lot.
These lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. J-Hope is proud of whatever he is, and most importantly, he's free. He has no irony anymore of who he is, because he's always just himself. But one thing we should focus here are the artifacts that have been sitting on the table since the beginning of the MV. On the table we see two things, a sailor ship and a globe. And now there's an airplane in the background. As J-Hope addresses in his song Airplane 2, the airplane, globe, and ship all represent their current status, the freedom they have now, and pride for global success / influence.
See, so, you know, some of these lyrics, you know, I can understand them at face value, but clearly there's like another layer on top of that with, you know, the Korean references and these things that he's pointing out, which you know, that I guess that's why this video exists, and the other one, so we can fully understand it.
In this part of the MV, it's natural to have questions about what the drawings in the background actually mean. The drawings seem to be watched by many people and surveillance cameras, and the lyrics are talking about how haters are talking about BTS. Nobody but the members that drew the drawings themselves would actually know the true meaning behind the pictures, but relating to the lyrics, we can guess that it's something like a message towards haters. Maybe it's what BTS members think haters are like, or what they think haters might think of BTS themselves. Suga's drawing is pretty clear. A huge BT21 Shuki is crushing haters with his hands. It also has Ilsam, Ilpar, which are references from Deng, being the ultimate card pairs in the game's Hotta. The numbers could also mean their debut year, 2013, when they started from the ground, but now in 2018, they are this big. But Jin's picture is...
Wow, you know, I'm kind of getting goosebumps when I think about how complex this lyric actually is. I would not have an idea, but I like that second theory of, you know, starting on the ground in 2013 and how big they are in 2018. And yeah, let's see. Jin's picture is kind of hard to understand.
It's kind of hard to understand. He's drawn a kore, which means whale in Korean. Nobody but Jin will know the actual meaning of this, but to just speculate, kore is a slang for two meanings in Korean. First, a very powerful / rich person or group. It's a word used especially a lot in stock market terms. The second slang meaning of kore is actually a dick. Who knows, he might have been responding to the people chattering about this incident.
About which incident?
About this incident.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Orsu is a sound Koreans make when they're excited in traditional old folk music. Jiwaja technically means a song that people sing when the nation is thriving or peaceful, but in short it's just another sound Koreans make when they're excited and to boost up the rhythm and good feeling of the song.
It's really perfect for the song though when you think about it. The way, I don't know, just gets me hyped up at least.
is basically a beat used in a specific Korean rhythm called 국거리 장단. And for the visuals used in this part, this is the Chinese character 사랑해, which means love. And in the latter part of the MV, there's also a part when Jungkook appears and the word sarang is actually written in Korean. In this scene, Jimin stands out among the whirlpool of BTS members, which could imply that even though BTS is a group and all the members rotate around me, and a lot of people actually talk about us only in a set, nevertheless, I acknowledge my own existence and I stand out as a unique being. Thus, I love myself.
Wow, I mean, everything BTS, you know, are, like they put out, it always has a meaning. It's always very complex. It's never something simple or basic. And you know, I think especially for those fans that are like really into like dissecting it, you know, in these layers, it should be really fun for you guys because there's so much behind the surface that we can't see.
Face Off is a famous movie directed by famous movie director Oh Sam. In the movie, the main characters who are an FBI agent and a terrorist get to change their faces. As RM mentioned earlier about new faces, J-Hope is also referencing the movie to show that they can be called or changed into a totally different person. Like his next lyrics state, he can be sometimes a superstar or a superhero.
Wow.
Suga, Jungkook, and V all say they have so many different people inside them, but they notice that they are all parts of themselves too, so they decide to accept them and love themselves. Plus, you can notice in V's lyric 고민보다는 그냥 달리네 is a reference from their song 고민보다 고, which has the message of YOLO. 어쩌고 저쩌고 basically means haters or people are talking shit about them, like blah 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 blah, this and that. 떠들어대셔, 너나 잘하셔. These two lines are a form of sarcasm that only Koreans will understand.
Okay.
떠들어대 and 너 are both 반말, which is informal speech. But in the lyrics they attach 셔 and 하셔, which is a traditional form of honorific called 존댓말. So the sentence here is a mix of informal and honorific speech. Thus, sentences like 너나 잘하셔, 너나 잘하세요 would be criticizing or being sarcastic towards people who think highly of
Aha. So it's not just being informal, they're addressing a specific type of people.
themselves. But one more thing to notice in the MV again is the bunny in the moon. This comes from a Korean mythology that a rabbit on the moon is making the medicine for immortality. Thus, the rabbit on the moon stands for prosperity and immortality in the Korean or East Asian culture.
Okay.
But why suddenly immortality? Because there's a saying in Korean, 욕을 많이 먹으면 오래 산다. It means if you get cursed a lot, you live long. The lyrics of this part say,
Wow, these guys have gone so deep with this. But it's like when you understand it, it's like, wow, like you can't. Well, for me, I look at this song in a different way now because, to begin with, it's a pretty, pretty big banger, and with the lyrics talking about the haters and how they're gonna be themselves and all that, I understood that. But these different layers that we get to see in this video, I did not have any idea about. Like especially, well, I didn't know about that saying. I didn't know about the fact that they say, I was thinking when he said it stands for like being immortal, maybe like BTS is immortal in a way, but turns out they're talking about since it's a Korean saying, the more you get cursed, the longer you live, thus immortality.
says people are saying all kinds of shit to BTS. So in conclusion, regarding the amount of shit BTS received, they will have immortality and prosperity. Just another fun thing, rabbit in Korean is called tokki, and in this part you can hear BTS singing in the background. A giant shark tries to attack BTS, but they are unaffected, and they keep on singing "You Can't Stop Me Loving Myself." They don't care about the fact that a big shark in the back is trying to eat them up, but rather they enjoy the situation by saying. Now on to the second part.
Couldn't that shark, represent maybe the big corporates or the big other agencies that are that try to like, stop BTS, but they had no success, maybe. But it makes sense now. These guys are in like this thing they're performing. They're not even looking at the shark, while it's just trying to eat them up from behind. But they don't, they don't care.
There's so many Korean traditional references in this MV. The traditional clothing hanbok, the Korean house kiwatjip, the tiger which stands for Korea, the moon rabbit, the Korean fan dance, the word love, and the traditional lion dance called 북청 사자노름. Actually, this dance was done during the full moon, which has the meaning of warding off all bad luck or ghosts, and celebrating to bring prosperity and unity to the village. Furthermore, you can see that the choreographies were also affected by the traditional Korean dance moves like the head spinning dance, 상모 돌리기. By these references, you can see that BTS is bluntly rebutting the criticism of them being westernized and focusing more overseas. At the end of the MV, if you see very carefully, you can see that the globe has changed from South America to where you can see Korea. Also, on a side note, you can see the sun rising in the beginning and lots of other times during the MV, along with the shining moon. And the sun also goes down at the end. The sun, paired up with the artifacts, the globe, and the sailboat, kind of remind you of the 해가 지지 않는 나라, the empire on which the sun never sets, which was a term to describe the Spanish or British Empire in the past.
Wow. See, during the original, my reaction when I first saw it, I noticed the giraffe, and I saw the sun. I thought, like an African theme maybe, but I did not catch that the globe changed. But I did catch in my own head that the giraffe was gone. I was like, maybe I was seeing stuff. I was worried at one point, but wow, incredible.
The sun never sets, which was a term to describe the Spanish or British Empire in the past when they had so many colonies all over the world. Connected to the earlier references about the moon's prosperity and immortality, the sun also represents the fact that BTS is so global that their fandoms are everywhere around the world, which makes them a cultural superpower empire where the sun never sets.
Wow.
At the end of the MV, the sun actually does not completely go down, which means Despite the Love Yourself series might have come to an end, they still have so much time and new stuff to show us in the future. Lastly, as the director's comment, I think that the colorful, crazy, distracting style of the MV and the clothes they wore all stand for accepting every single side of you, promoting diversity, accepting differences throughout the world, ultimately by loving yourself.
That is a very, very fair point. I felt as well, like, I felt like, you know, it's pretty much all over the place with the, like, there's so much difference in clothing and just colors, everything. Alright, DKDKTV, thank you so much for a wonderfully explained video. I felt like I was back in school. I was just, you know, sitting and listening, learning. There's so much, I guess, that me as, you know, someone that isn't Korean wouldn't actually get unless I watch these videos, because there's so many different layers, there's so many, you know, references to, like, you know, their slang, you know, their formal, informal slang. There's just so much that you can't really get unless, you know, me personally at least, check these like these explanations out. But wow, I already knew that it was a message to the haters, but I didn't know it was this kind where they, you know, went this deep. And what I actually am pretty impressed about right now is the fact that they can fit so much into one, like, 3.5-4 minute video, like song, music video. It's kind of insane when you think about it. It has such an intricate plot. Everything is like, all the small details matter. Nothing is really wasted, and you don't really expect that from a music video, to be honest. When I watch a music video, usually it's just a music video, you know. But these guys aren't just, you know, playing with the words, making, you know, comments or, you know, intricate wordplay. But these guys have such a deep plot, especially how everything is connected with the map, the colors, the moon, rabbit, the pictures. Wow, I am super impressed, and I'm going to pause this right now, and I will go over and watch xCeleste's video, which will be in the same video. So if you guys think that this was enough, you know, you guys can you know, end the video here, or if you want to see the continuation of the reaction of xCeleste, you know, you're very welcome to do so. So yeah, just give me a little bit. Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to this. We are going to do xCeleste version now. You know, I'll put it at the end of the other one so that, you know, it can be one video. But yeah, I learned so much from that DKDKTV video, so I'm excited to see, you know, the perspective of someone that's, you know, deeply rooted in, you know, a huge army, from what you guys have been saying and all the videos that she's making. So yeah, let's see what this is on, and thank you to xCeleste for making this video. Yeah, let's go.
Welcome back to my channel. Before I begin going over the breakdown, I wanted to introduce you guys to an app I just downloaded called Recactus. Now, Recactus is an easy way to record your reactions, take fun challenges and quizzes with friends, or even sing your favorite songs. They're currently hosting a campaign, which is a fun memory challenge. Join me on this challenge on Recactus and share your video for a chance to win a whole box of Korean snacks.
It would be a Tay-Tay, right?
Make sure to check out the link down in my description box along with more instructions and info about this. So today we're going to start off by summarizing the core message of Idol. Then we'll break down the references made in the music video, just so you don't get confused, though I'm not trying to connect this with their BTS Universe storyline, because in their music video description on YouTube, as you can see, they didn't add the BU logo. Now, the crazy thing was, before Idol was even announced on the track list, I was talking to Emily, creator of the 21st Century Army YouTube channel and Twitter, about the upcoming concept.
Because they're going to be talking about media and the government, and also probably talk about how tough it is to be an idol.
Watch the full video on 21st Century Army's channel. Link is down in my description box. Like I mentioned, they'll be talking about the media and about being an idol. When the Love Yourself series first started, they began as people trying to search for their true identity. In DNA, the structure they were in was still being built, representing building their own self-confidence. Now the structure is complete. Idol is confirmation that no matter what people think about them, they've come to love and accept themselves.
Now, that is a huge point. And you know, it's so nice that they reached this point that they can finally, you know, just be proud. Like these guys, if anyone have earned the right to be proud, I mean, anyone can be proud of like themselves, but these guys, you know, they shouldn't be affected by, you know, outside world or people trying to bring them down. So it's so nice to see, you know, how much they've grown throughout the years and you know, accepted themselves. You know, I always think about RM. How, you know, how he was kind of shunned by the hip-hop underground community just because he's in an idol group. He's an idol. That automatically removes you from being a hip-hop artist. It just doesn't work like that. But what I love is that even Suga, they just work through it. Like for them, it's not a shameful thing to be an idol, and that's not gonna change who they are at their core, because they still, you know, write lyrics, they still do all kind of things, but it's just they're just trying to discredit them in a way.
Idols are actually looked down upon in Korea. Many people believe they aren't considered musicians or artists and are more like dolls who are about their looks.
If you don't consider these guys artists or musicians or rappers, I don't know what that word means to you. If these guys are not artists or musicians, what is an artist?
Than music. BTS has dealt with this many times.
아이돌은 사전적으로 우상인데 아이돌이라는 것도 우리나라에서는 이제 음악적인 것뿐만 아니라 산업적으로도 굉장히 복합적인 개념이잖아요. 그래서 어떤 사람들은 아이돌이라는 이 존재들이 힙합과 어떻게 어울릴 수 있냐.
And they've now come to embrace the term idol. Throughout this music video, BTS is put on platforms representing a stage. This is a Gyeonguru Pavilion. This was once used for entertainment when important foreign visitors visited the palace. Orsu was a word used in Korean pansori.
Okay.
Pansori is a Korean genre of musical storytelling performed by a singer and a drummer. The singer sings the story while the drummer beats the drum and responds to the singer by saying orsu, which in this case is similar to saying okay or encouraging the singer to keep singing. Both the Gyeonguru Pavilion and the word orsu are connected to entertainers, which is what BTS is. Now, the architectural design of the Gyeonguru symbolizes heaven, earth, man, and time. Euphoria meaning heaven, serendipity as earth, singularity representing man, and epiphany as time. Now, let's talk about the
Wow. I did not make that connection.
box stage, aka display box. The music industry manufacture idols to look a certain way and to have certain attributes. As idols, the spotlight is on them. They're always being watched and judged by the general public. They constantly have to choose between living as themselves or their stage personas. To do this, they've created different identities.
제가 김남준으로서 있을 수 있는 시간이 너무 없었어요. 물리적으로. 어쨌든 이 아이돌, 특히 스타라는 직업은 자아를 두 개를 만들고 살아야 돼요. 어쩔 수가 없거든요. 방탄소년단과 랩몬이라는 자아에 너무 힘을 많이 쏟았고, 그러니까 이게 참 딜레마입니다.
Oh wow. Now that was something I haven't seen before. So now that can't be easy. I mean, to, you know, not have time for yourself.
Their animated characters represent their true selves, while the ones dancing in the box are their stage personas. This box also connects with their S concept photos. The breakdown of the word idol could also mean idol. I meaning child in Korea, and dol, meaning doll. IE for child is linked to the concept photos for F, while doll links to their E concept photos. The music industry turns people into dolls, and over time you tend to lose sight of yourself. Jungkook mentioned that there are
okay, now these are, what I like is, you know, after going from DKDK into this video, you know, she's taking another approach and filling us in on different things as well, which is really nice.
tens and hundreds of himself in him, meaning they're learning and discovering more about themselves. V mentioned that he welcomes another him today. After all of them are him, meaning he's embracing who he really is.
Now that is something I also took away. That is actually something really, really good, because you know, sometimes you just find out something about yourself and you don't like it, but it's okay. You know, it's part of you, and you know, no one is really perfect. No one can be this perfect person. There is, like, it's really difficult, especially when it comes to yourself. Not judging others, I'm talking about you seeing yourself as perfect. It's just not gonna happen, because you know your own flaws and you know your own sides. And what I like is that, you know, he says, I would rather, you know, like, he doesn't want to run away from it, because it's part of him. It's who he is. He knows that it's not something that you can really throw away.
BTS being on the stage could also represent how fans see them. We put them on this pedestal and sometimes even worship them. Some who also claim to be fans also make them uncomfortable by constantly invading their privacy. They also criticize and judge.
Wait, was that a fan running up to him? Sorry.
By constantly invading their privacy. They also criticize and judge BTS because they're expected to look or act a certain way.
안 어울린다고요? 이 안경이 잘 안 어울리다고 생각하시는 분들이 있더라고요.
And
Well, to that point, I think no one should do that. We should not have, you know, presumptions or presumptions, sorry, and like these notions in our head that, you know, we expect them to be this, we expect them to be that. No, I think that just puts like a lot of unnecessary pressure on them, and it's pressure that they shouldn't really have to deal with. Like, I just want them to be happy, pretty much. Like, you know, they've brought me so many laughs, so many good times, and you know, in return, all I want is for them to be happy. And you know, whatever else they do, you know, I'm gonna support them, but I just want them to be happy.
so V wears his glasses during the music video.
Oh, I like that.
Don't use filter. 오케이 하고.
눈 크게 떠보시면 안 돼요? 제 눈이 그렇게 작습니까? 여러분.
And so RM uses filters in this scene. This makes
Oh wow, so not only does V put those glasses on, he uses the
it
filters.
harder for the boys to express who they really are and to love themselves. They're literally telling them, I do what I do, so mind your own business. You can't stop me loving myself.
Yes, yes, I do what I do, so mind your own business. Now, wow, this puts a whole different meaning to this line, especially knowing that knowing what's going on there. But I think that, you know, I don't want them to be like that. You know, if someone's like, open your eyes wider, like, why would you say that? What do you mean? Why?
Their title track, Idol, is a South African style dance track. It has a Korean traditional beat and accompanying vocal marks layered on top of African beat and trap groove raps supported by hip EDM source. They showcase how proud they are to be Korean by wearing hanboks while giving it a modern look, and also including some traditional Korean dance moves into the choreography.
To be fair, these outfits were looking so fire, but yeah.
Look, and also including some traditional Korean dance moves into the choreography. BTS knows where they came from and who they represent, but also immerses themselves into other cultures. Moving on to symbolism and
you can't really contain BTS. You can't contain BTS to one thing. Like, you can't say that BTS is just, you know, westernized. You can't say that BTS is just, you know, like Korean. No, BTS is like, they don't got limits. That's how I look at them. They're not, you know, in a box. These guys have pushed through and, you know, got rid of any boundaries that they had that was standing in front of them. They're just free. They're just BTS. That's how I see it. These guys are, these guys aren't the type of people to forget where they came from. These are the same humble people that you can see how they were in their vlogs, you know, during 2013, and you know how they still got those, you know, qualities and still got that mentality. Just because, you know, they debuted, just because they're big, doesn't mean that they're gonna slack. Doesn't mean that they're gonna, you know, not do this, do that. So yeah, I feel like, you know, BTS, they're just like this phenomenon, and yeah, there's nothing else you can really compare it to, in my opinion.
references made in the music video. There were so many references that I'm gonna try to go over as many as I could. I might miss a couple, so I apologize. The airplane behind J-Hope. The airplane symbolizes his friend, which is the girl he's been dancing with for more than 10 years. In the notes for July 4, year 22, after Jimin and his friend collided during a dance practice, J-Hope took his friend to the hospital. While they were there, he found a plane ticket in her bag. She's been wanting to tell him that she passed the overseas dance team audition and had her plane ticket ready to fly out.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this from watching the MBU storyline.
Giraffes. With its long neck reaching into the heavens, it symbolizes the ability to see the future and obtain things that would normally be out of reach. When your life is chaotic, giraffe reminds you to keep your head up and avoid getting entangled in needless arguments.
Wow.
The sun in the background, connecting it to DNA and serendipity. The table from Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and also the red background. The red paint marks over the eyes while V is going through the crowd. This is similar to their NO music video. The VHS effect in the background looks like as if the image is being rewind, just like all the TVs they've been referencing.
I'm just shocked, honestly. I'm just shocked. Remember, this is not a movie we're dissecting. This is a music video. A 3.5 minute, 4 minute music video. With all this. Wow.
Jin swapping places with V, similar to this scene. The rabbit in the moon. The moon rabbit, or the daltoki, is a popular legend among Korean children. A rabbit sacrificed itself in order to be eaten by a beggar as a meal. The action of the rabbit touched this beggar/emperor that he placed the rabbit in the moon to become its guardian and surrounded him with smoke as a reminder to all of the rabbit's noble death. Thus was born the legend of the moon rabbit to be told for centuries to come.
Wow.
This story is similar to Anpanman. Anpanman is a red bean bread man who gives pieces of his face to people who are hungry. J-Hope's lyrics. Face Off is a movie directed by John Woo. It was nominated for the Academy Awards in 1998, and there hasn't been a lot of Asians who've been nominated, let alone win.
Great movie, by the way.
V wearing Zach Sang's shirt.
I got this shirt. It's ridiculous, but
Well, no, it's not. No, it doesn't.
it's
It's love. It's lovable.
South Africa influences. Starting with the concept photos for E, which was taken in a set that replicated a place called Ghost City in Namibia. It's a country in Southwest Africa. Now,
those photos look insane. Wow.
Starting with the concept photos for E, which was taken in a set that replicated a place called Ghost City in Namibia. It's a country in Southwest Africa. Now take a look at these lyrics from C. Ankara fabric. Ankara fabric is a popular type of fabric that is used to make African prints. Each unique design commonly represents the African country where it was made.
Wow.
Gwara Gwara dance moves were incorporated into the choreography. This dance was made popular by a South African dance music artist, DJ Bongs. Tiger and shark reference.
I'm just shocked, honestly. These guys.
On August 4, 2018, Jin posted on the fan cafe asking, "Tigers are even stronger in water, so who would win if tigers come in and fight with sharks?" A shark that could represent hate or people who are constantly after them. The tiger. Tigers have been strongly associated with Korean people and Korean culture. A tiger is regarded as a guardian that drives away evil spirit and is a sacred creature that brings good luck, the symbol of courage and absolute power. Music video references, such as the fire feel at the end, Airplane Part 2 choreography, and the ending of Idol is similar to Just One Day. Like I said, there were just so many symbolisms and references in this music video. I probably missed a lot, but I did try to point out as many as I could. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click that like button and also join the Flare Squad by subscribing, you guys. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so thank you, xCeleste, for making this video. It was, you know, great video. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked. Not even movies have this much discussion and theories and like dissecting and references and meanings. It's just this must be the most detailed and complex music video / song that I've ever, you know, had the chance to listen to or dissect, because there is so much that they're doing. It is, I can't even fathom to imagine how long this whole thing took, because they are doing so much. It's like tree branches, you know. It's just like there's so many branches in this whole music video. Like the way they reference all the, you know, the moon, tiger, rabbit, sharks, stages, how they incorporate dances, shirts, stuff from their V lives into their music video, how the message that they're spreading, you know, themselves looking down on them, you know, as in who they gotta be. And it's just, there's so much to this that I had no idea. Now I see why everyone was like, you gotta watch an explanation. You have to watch an explanation. This makes it, this is honestly like a movie in 4 minutes. But I really love that they put so much time and effort into, you know, their music videos, their songs. And because I remember the words of PD Bang, who when he said that, you know, their mentality is whatever they do, you know, they're gonna make sure it's like super high quality, and they're gonna try to make it a little bit better each time that they come back, each time that they make a new video. And you can clearly see that they keep on producing and just putting in so much work and effort. But honestly, I am shocked. I am shocked at this whole, that there was so much behind it. Now, I thought this video was going to like pretty much repeat, maybe have some different parts about the DKDKTV video. But if you combine the both, I think you get like such a clear picture about so many things. But yeah, these guys have so many references, and I just love the part with V and RM just, you know, doing what people told them not to do in the music there. Like, mind your own business. Like, you know, I'm gonna do me, you do you, pretty much. Like, don't tell me what to do or stuff like that. But yeah, I love it. Thank you guys so much for recommending me to watch these 2 videos. I'm glad I did, because I leave with a lot more knowledge than I would have otherwise. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'm sorry if I didn't talk so much, but you know, I talk when I have something to say. And these 2 videos, they felt more like a history lesson in a way, like, you know, like when you're sitting in class and you're learning. So I was basically learning, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.